Hello everyone, Untarnished here, and I'm just your normal, average elementary school teacher who knows everything Elden Ring single player has to offer now. So today, I wanted to try to get good and try Elden Ring PvP. Bloodborne is still my favorite From Software game, mainly because of the fact that when you get hit, you can try to get your health back by hitting right away. This rewards my really aggressive playstyle. So it's probably why I decided to start my PvP journey with a multi-hit bleed build. I think I was nervous, so I decided to dance for no reason. And mutilation was making me more powerful, don't ask me why. It didn't look like it at first because I was getting my ass kicked. So I decided to screw any strategy I had and swung until one dies. And it worked. So I guess Elden Ring PvP isn't so bad, right? Right? I was gonna learn soon enough my mistake. After buffing myself for 2 minutes straight, and don't forget the stabbing part, my strategy wasn't working, so I had to run away and did the meme again. That didn't help me. I just got screwed. These guys just kept walking as I was another trash mob in their way to the boss. Even though these last guys humbled me hard, I was really hopeful because my build was doing a lot of damage, and in this 1v3, I did manage to take one out. Unfortunately, they were just too much for me. That's when one of my viewers gave me a little tip which helped me a lot to get even stronger. Go sub to him, he's a pretty cool dude. He gave me a tip that this armor right here gives you over 10% damage for running attacks. Since it's pretty much all I was doing with this build, it helped me a lot. And I mean a lot. I was swinging for like over 1500 damage with this. These guys I fought right after were all over me. It was a pretty rough one. But this running R1 right here almost take two out in one shot. That was insane. Let's also take a second to appreciate this host balls right here. Taking a jumping L1 and hiding behind his shield. Another player was coming in, so I really had to run for it and try to take him out, which I did in one hit. And just like that, we won our first 1v3s. It was pretty insane. But it all went south from here, and let me tell you why. I was still doing massive amounts of damage, but I got hit by something which I don't think I was gonna be hit by. Anyway, this one right here, I thought I spaced it enough, but apparently not. So that's how it ended. They were really proud. Next invasion wasn't any better. I was faced with a host camping a ladder with a spell, and even though I was thinking how fun it was, I looked in my back and two other people joined in on the fun. So they just killed me, sent me flying while the host was probably teabagging me. So after a few hosts dying too quick and a few fog walls and solo hosts, by the way, why would you even do that? Why fight with double the flask and rune arcs? Even more fog walls and just a lot of gankers spamming me. I was ready to give up. That's when I met one of them. They call them tryhard. They don't care what's cool. They play meta. That's when it hit me. My old ass didn't know these kids were not here to have fun anymore. They were here to win. Even though I thought my build was pretty cool, I really had to go watch Stilovsky and G9. These guys were pretty much the best players. These guys are pretty good at explaining what's good and why, so I decided to do the same thing as they did. And that's what I came up with. This meta dexterity setup was so strong that people were straight up giving up. It was crazy. Rakshasa Katana has crazy moveset and hyper armor. The fact is just incredible for chase downs. And I even started hard swapping parries. It felt really good at first. But after not even a day of using this meta setup, it felt like poking, 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 and poking just was really boring to me. Don't get me wrong, I really had everything with this build. The best weapon in the game, I had the bow to pressure them, my favorite weapon as a swap multi-hit. I could even swap the talisman and armor to get my heals off. I really had everything I needed to beat anyone in any situation. 1v3 became easy. But when this gameplay becomes your average invasion, you're really thinking to yourself, is it really worth going through this to win? Is it really entertaining? To me, it's not. I decided to go back to cooking, equip something cool with my favorite weapon, and even though it was a lot more kiting, I was having a lot of fun and it was still decently powerful, so I knew I was onto something. Indeed, this build felt really good. The multi-hit aspect of it really rewarded my aggressive gameplay, and it was powerful enough so that I wasn't losing all the time. And we all feel you, Luke. We all feel you. I really had to play more tactical, playing around corners, trying to lure people with me. It was really fun and powerful at the same time. And when they're alone, I don't know why they transform into babies and play like they never hold a controller. I managed to get a few 1v3s with it. It was pretty fun. But at the same time, I was still dying a little too much for my taste. So I went back to cooking. I wanted to create the perfect mix to have something really fun but also really powerful. That's when it really hit me. The solution was right under my nose this whole time. Oroboro, a guy I've been following for 10 years on the Souls games. You can recognize him just by his builds alone. His builds are simple, very effective, and also a lot of fun. He made me discover seamless co-op, which fixed a lot of the issues Elden Ring PvP had. I integrated a few multi-hit and AR buffs. I kept a cool ninja aesthetic with my favorite weapon, the Fox for chase down, the claws for range, and the buckler for parries. I removed the HUD and adjusted the FOV. And let me just say, oh boy. God, I loved it. The Falx feels so savage. Bloodborne is back. I was hitting quick. My light roll helped me get out of situation quickly and get back in. And the Falx just finished. And no HUD gave me another challenge. Light rolling was really helping to dodge all the spams this game has. And I felt really agile on the battlefield. This thing was just powerful and I loved it. I mean, just look at this thing. I was really getting closer to my ultimate build. My multi-hit setup with the Sword of Night was really strong, and the Falcon just felt like a chase down powerhouse. Don't mind me on that one. This guy made me run for 2 miles. I really found something I enjoyed. I couldn't get enough of this savagery. The Falcon is just amazing. All that was left was to polish the thing. So I switched the armor to get light roll but 92 poise, a little edgier look. And I switched up the inventory. Now I had the bone bow for spammers, like these guys who stood on an invisible bridge trying to lure me. When I get 3 or 4 people just chasing me being super aggressive, I have the Zamor curved sword. Now I'm super powerful, but my mobility throws people off in disbelief as well. What I want you guys to understand from my PvP experience in Elden Ring is that this is first and foremost a video game. Understand what's fun for you. If it's cosplaying your favorite anime character or protagonist or villain from another video game, go ahead and do that. Anything can be viable in this game and anything can be powerful also. If your fun is to try to be the best and win 100% of your invasion, go ahead and do that if that's what's fun for you. But don't think other players are worse than you or you're better than them if you're playing a meta build, because as you saw, I was winning almost all of my invasion with the meta build and I chose to have a weaker build in order to have more fun. So other people might do the same thing. I'm gonna link all the other YouTubers I talked about in order in this video, all their channels. They're super great creators, so go ahead and sub to them. Pantera, Steel, G9, Oro. I'm gonna add Rust if you're really into the deep mechanics of the game, frames data, poise counting, etc. This guy is a gem to learn the ins and outs of Elden Ring PvP. Next upload, I might do an in-depth build about this Bloody Witch build I just did. And also, I'm a big Bloodborne fan, so I might do a German build in the future if you want to see that. As soon as this Bloodborne emulator is ready to go, I'm gonna be playing 2K 60 plus FPS Bloodborne on PC. It's gonna be insanely awesome in my next adventure.